The first couple of weeks of the year are the best time to go thrifting, and I found the most amazing haul. Rustic, Western, Americana, with like a little bit of grunge vibes, and I'm so excited to show you. And I'm not joking when I said this was a good haul. I figure we could just start off with a bang with these amazing corduroy Levi's. These were $5.99, a tag I'm literally always excited to see at the thrift. The color on these is freaking fantastic, and we will be trying these on for the first time together because that is one of my toxic thrift traits, is never actually trying on pants at the thrift. I just simply cannot be bothered. They did all pass the neck test. I don't know if this actually works, but I feel like it does. I guess we will find out together. All over Pinterest lately, I've been seeing a little bit more of a skinny jean popping up on outfits that I'm absolutely loving, especially with more of a high cowboy boot. Tucking a skinny jean into a boot, I do believe is making a comeback, and I am so here for it. So I was on a bit of a skinny jean mission this particular trip, which I honestly never thought I would say again in my life. The texture on these is just so amazing, and I thought it would be something to really differentiate the kind of pants I'm grabbing for. As a Western girly, I have a ton of denim, but I've been kind of craving a little bit more variety in the pants department, so I just couldn't pass them up. Also found these darker wash Gap jeans. These were $8.99, and this denim has a little bit more of a stretch to it, which back in the skinny jean era, I really appreciated that, so I thought this might be a good grab. They're a size 28 or a 6 regular, and they're always skinny cut. I just felt like this darker wash would give it a little bit more of an elevated look for a very simple outfit. I'll put the outfit inspo picture up here because it has been literally stalking me on Pinterest, and I need to recreate it ASAP. And then I also grabbed an American Eagle pair of skinny jeans, and they've got a little bit more of a distressed knee. Again, that kind of comfort stretch denim, so they'll be really comfortable. That is like one of the most important things when it comes to clothing for me, is comfort. These are their mom jean fit, but they do look like they've got a skinnier ankle. These were also $8.99. So I feel like we have a lot of good options, and I'm so excited to really give my boots their moment by like tucking in a more fitted jean. I tend to be like a flare jean or a boot cut girl, but I'm really excited to start seeing this tucking your jeans into your boots trend come back, because as you can see, I have a fantastic collection of some really stunning boots, and sometimes I feel like the impact gets lost when I'm pulling my jeans over top of them and not showing off all the stunning details. This is probably one of my favorite finds in a long time. I have been dying to find a taller pair of boots. A lot of mine are kind of your calf height, like standard for comparison. And the contrast of the white stitching on the black shoe is to die for. And if you've watched any of my videos before, a cowboy boot that fits never gets left behind. These were $29.99, but on Amazon, even for like a cheapy pair of this kind of boot, they're like $70 or $80. And then if you're finding a true leather pair, it's upwards of $200. So that felt like a really good deal, and I've already been wearing them a ton. I've really been vibing with the kind of like grunge, a little bit more edgy Western aesthetic lately, and I feel like these are so perfect for that. So I'm thinking like wearing an oversized t-shirt as a dress with a pair of these and some like statement jewelry, like big chunky necklaces and rings. I'm such a ring girly, and even throwing like a denim vest or something over top I think would just be so sick. One final moment for them, because I actually squealed at the thrift store when I found them. They were in the men's section, funny enough, so if you're not doing a loop of the entire store, this is your sign to do a loop of the entire store. On kind of that same train of thought with like the edgy or grungier Western vibes, I've really been loving my black hair, and I've just been wearing black a lot more often than I used to. I used to be a ride or die brown and like kind of soft neutral girly, but I feel like I'm stepping into a new era. But one of my friends last week on her Instagram did the cutest little thrift flip and added some patches to a thrifted flannel, and it was so cute that I wanted to join the party. So when I saw this kind of distressed black denim shirt, I figured this would be the perfect one to add some really fun patches to. This is a Old Navy workwear top, size medium. This was $6.99. I just really love how soft this is as a denim top. It feels really wearable and not super stiff. And I'm so excited to add some fun pops with patches. I ordered some on Amazon. I'll put the links to the ones I got in the description. I might even toy around with cropping this because I've been loving a raw edge lately. It just adds a little bit more grit to a look. And the pack of patches that I ordered came with like quite a few, so I thought I could play around with a couple of different tops, so I picked up this flannel as well. Anything navy and red, sign me up. Kind of gives that Americana energy. This was $6.99, and this is more of like an oversized flannel. The brand on this is North Crest, and it is so deliciously soft. I love when a flannel has seen some action and is just so worn in, and this one is literally perfect. So I'm gonna add some patches to this one as well. Since I'm gonna have a lot of patches going on, I figured might as well do a couple. Another find I fear I may never recover from. I don't know what was in the air this day, but the grunge western vibes were on point and the Goodwill was just serving gems. These were $7.99. Yes, $7.99, which is like basically free. I feel like a lot of times when you find a cowboy boot at the thrift store, or at least in my experience, they are priced a little bit higher in the $20 to $30 range. So it felt like they kind of just gave these to me. The buckle details up the sides are fantastic, and it totally fits in with kind of the energy that I've been leaning into. And I don't make the rules. If the cowboy boots fit, they go in the cart. Another little accessory find that I'm so excited about. I feel like especially when I'm going for a more casual outfit base, like an oversized t-shirt, something along those lines, the accessories is really what pulls it into a styled look. I am huge into jewelry and accessories, and I feel like this purse in particular is going to be such a good pop off of like a darker kind of grungy western outfit to bring a bit of those lighter colors in, and a little bit of fringe, because I feel like that just takes the western vibe to the next level and kind of really sells the look. This was $5.99, which I felt like was a really good price, and I love the size of this bag. I feel like it's gonna fit like my phone, wallet, and a lip gloss, which is really all I need. And this is a very rare occurrence for me, but I actually went through the graphic t-shirt section. The t-shirt section, low-key, I find very overstimulating and I get overwhelmed very easily. So on this particular day, I decided to start there because I feel like I always want to finish there and then I just run out of steam and leave. But bless whatever intuition I had that day, because I found so many amazing shirts and a couple of things I've been looking for ages. First up is this mossy oak navy t-shirt with the pops of red. Like I said, I just eat up the navy and red color scheme. This was $4.99. I feel like cropped with just a good pair of jeans and potentially my American flag boots, this will be so cute. Next is this Life is Good t-shirt. This was also $4.99, but it just says good catch with a little fish on it. I liked this one because it's kind of that like distressed grayish black color, which I don't have a ton of. And I feel like this particular shirt I could take in a couple of different directions. I could style it a little bit more edgy, or I could kind of lean into the like fisherman girly aesthetic with this as well. Then this little red Cabela's t-shirt. I love Cabela's and Bass Pro. That's one of Josh and I's favorite dates, is just to go peruse the hunting store. We are both just like a kid in a candy store in there. This was also $4.99, size large. I figured Josh and I could share this, but I have been loving red lately. I feel like in December I always enter my red era and I don't have a lot of red stuff that I can wear year round, and it's a color that makes me feel really confident. I don't know if it like complements my skin tone or what it is, or just kind of makes me feel feisty, but I wanted to incorporate some more red into my closet. This black Jackson Hole t-shirt I am so excited about. I want to do kind of like the wide off the shoulder neck cut to this one. I have a friend who slays the like cut off Harley vibe, and I thought this could give the same energy, so we will be taking our scissors to this one. This one was also $4.99. I don't know if that's just kind of like a universal price in the Goodwill t-shirt section or what. And these last two, I have been looking for shirts like this for literally years, and I have yet to find one, and it's not something I thought would take this long to find. I could have shed a tear. Again, $4.99 for the price, and this is actually a Yellowstone National Park shirt. Kind of a very small element of the design, but it's so fitting because we live so close to Yellowstone and it's one of our favorite places on the planet. And it just has this amazing bald eagle graphic on it. I feel like, again, this could kind of go your outdoorsy aesthetic, kind of granola girl energy, fisherman core. I feel like with the bald eagle especially, it is totally giving Americana energy. I make it a point not to take the tags off until after I film the haul, and I have been dying to wear this. It really was a day for t-shirts. $4.99 again on pricing. They do not get very original at the Goodwill. Another wildlife t-shirt. I feel like I've been looking for like the perfect hunting dad shirt, and I feel like they were trending for a while, kind of like camo, so they became very difficult to locate, and I just feel so blessed. I was also kind of on the hunt for some more fitted layering shirts. A lot of the inspo that I've been seeing is kind of like just a standard gray black t-shirt, and then the barn coat, belt, and accessories kind of pull everything together, and I found some really good ones. This was $5.99. First is this little grayish navy, it's sort of cropped, sort of not, little button down top. The way that this shirt is cut, I feel like it's gonna lay perfectly at the top of my jeans, so I can really show off the belt, give the buckle her moment. And I like that it has the snap v-neck neckline. I feel like I find the v-neck to be a little bit more flattering on my body type, and I'm so excited about this. And then again, for $5.99, I feel like Goodwill is getting a little bit expensive, but I found this basic black t-shirt, and it is so soft. I feel like I have so many oversized t-shirts because I literally live in them, but sometimes I want something a little bit more fitted, a little bit more put together, especially for work or when I'm dressing up a little bit nicer. And then hopefully I have the chest to fill out this shirt. Again, $5.99. I feel like they're just pricing things by category at this point. But I found this basic brown v-neck shirt with a built-in bra, so if this works, I'm going to be so excited because we hate a bra. This is a size medium. The brand is Blink Essentials. The fabric is delicious, which is a high priority for me. I am a girly with some sensory issues, and I love a soft fabric. Again, I think this is just going to be such a good layering piece under a flannel or a barn coat, because let's be real, I live in a flannel. This next one I feel like is a little bit out of my usual, but I'm actually really excited for it. I found this black lace top, and I feel like this is going to be perfect to really play around with that more edgy aesthetic with the black boots, the black lace top, and then maybe layered under the black denim shirt with the patches on it. I feel like could be such a vibe. Like I said, this is a little bit of new territory for me, but since I've had the black hair, I've been finding myself wanting to lean this direction a little bit more. And that's kind of one of the reasons I love thrifting. It's so much more budget friendly for me to be able to explore new styles and evolve my style over time. So we will see if I can channel some baddie energy to pull this off. And then because I am a true flannel addict, the first step is awareness. I am aware. This one was $6.99, and this is probably my all-time favorite color, that kind of burnt rust orange. This is like a 3X, so it's just going to be amazing and oversized, and again is nice, worn in, and soft. And this is actually a color of flannel that I do not already have in my closet, so at least if we are adding more flannels, we're differentiating the color palette. And then this one I was really excited about. The brand is Roundtree York Outdoors, $6.99. It's just this cream, like plain colored button up. A lot of times when you find plain ones like this, they're like a dress shirt, so they have that stiffness to them. But this one being an outdoor brand, it's nice and flowy and will be really comfortable, because sometimes when I'm doing a like patterned flannel, we have to go like very basic underneath, and this will allow me to play around with like more of a fun shirt, but still have that kind of layered Western look. We're getting down to the bottom of the stack, only 2 things left. I still can't get over how good this haul was, and I went in that day to the Goodwill like, oh, I'm just gonna peruse, I'm not really buying anything, I'm just really hanging out with a friend. Psych. Bless her though, she had a 20% off coupon that she was so generous to let me use, and I saved like 40 bucks. This hoodie was $8.99. but I am just obsessed with the graphic on it. Again, this is something that I think Josh and I could both grab for. It's so soft and worn in. It's a size large. It's neutral, which I love, and I simply wasn't going to leave it behind. And then last but not least is this weatherproof. This was $9.99. My husband lives in these fleece lined flannels this time of year. He works in construction, and I feel like these are just so good to keep him warm. I loved the colors on this, and I just know he's gonna love it. I love always peeking through the men's section, not just for stuff for Josh, but for oversized t-shirts, layering items like flannels, and sometimes my favorite find of the day is just hiding over there in the men's section. And I am so excited to get all this stuff washed and into my closet. This was a very accidental haul for me. Like I said, I was not trying to buy very much stuff this day, but when Goodwill speaks, Goodwill speaks.